Hello, Namaskar. Welcome you to the SAAR Analysis. I am Chaman Nayak and here's my take. Now, what if I told you one weather system can influence an economy of nearly one-fifth of humanity? Every year, Indian monsoon determines the fate of an economy worth over 4.5 trillion. It supports livelihood of more than 600 million people. Now, affects directly or indirectly, it affects the global prices, commodity market, inflations, and most importantly, investor confidence. Well, I'm not talking just about rain, it is about one of the world's most important geopolitical and economic events. Let's dig it out. Here's what evidence speaks about. The latest analysis suggests that El Nino has dominated the headlines and its impacts on India may not be as straightforward as many assume, but India has dramatically expanded its irrigation coverage from roughly 34% of the cultivated land in early 1990s to nearly 60% of today. Food grain productions has continued to rise, reaching a record level despite occasional weak monsoon. Well, the data shows that the sectors traditionally considered vulnerable, such as fertilizers, agrochemicals, and FMCGs, are becoming increasingly resilient due to structural reforms, irrigation expansion, and improved agricultural productivity. However, the risk remain. A delayed or below normal monsoon can still influence food inflation, sugar productions, rural demand, and government fiscal management. It also affects the commodity market ranging from fertilizers to edible oils to construction materials. The monsoon is no longer simply an agricultural story, it is now a macroeconomic variable. Now the question arises, why is this important? India is the world's largest producer or among the larger producers of rice, milk, sugar, spices and essential food commodities. When India's harvest changes, global supply chain notice and food inflation influences central bank decision. While agricultural demand affects energy consumption, fertilizer imports, shipping volumes, and even international commodity prices. For multinational companies, rural India represents one of largest consumer market on earth. For investors, this monsoon forecast increasingly shape the expectations around GDP growth, inflations, and corporate earnings, and most importantly, financial market. And geopolitically, India's food security contributes directly to the regional stability across South Asia and strengthen its ability to remain the reliable supply to the global market. Well, the quality of India's monsoon has become a global economic signal, not merely a domestic weather report. Now, here's my take. We often say that geopolitics is only shaped by wars, elections, or diplomacy. Sometimes it is shaped by nature. The real story isn't whether India receives enough rainfall or not. The real story is whether the decades of investment in irrigation, infrastructure, and agricultural resilience have finally reduced one of country's biggest historical vulnerabilities. Because in 21st century, the country that manages the climatic risk most effectively won't just secure their harvest, they will secure the economic power. Well, that's all from today's analysis. I will be back with another episode. Till then, thank you for watching this.